All right, this is the final video in this 5-part series showing you the 3 types of loops: the repeat until, the while loop, and the fixed loop or the for loop. All right, the first one here on the left hand side, this column here is showing you the repeat until in terms of the Pascal code. So again, let's see the similarities. The name of the programs remain, well, I changed them up, right? Student pass, this one had a while. User CRT is just because I use here text background and text color. Good, so you needed to use that. Again, the var section had student pass, loop counter, mark, they are set to integer, and name is set to string. All right. Same things going right through. Right, and that's disturbing. Begin, student pass, right? These here have been initialized. Variables have been initialized here. Good. Same thing right through. Except for this one here, in the for loop, you didn't need to initialize the loop counter because that is being automatically set to 1 to 10 when it starts. Look at these similarities between the repeat and the while loop. Look here, there is a condition that marks the end of the loop. The repeat starts off with the word repeat, finishes with the word until, and the condition here is loop counter is equal to 10. But the condition here is at the bottom of the loop, which means that all of this would have been executed once before it would have been checked, right? Look at the while loop. The while loop, it is being checked at the beginning. So therefore, again, I mentioned this before. I mentioned it before that it is checked at least once in the repeat loop, but it is also checked at the beginning here. Though, sorry, the repeat loop is done once and then checked. In the while loop, the variable is checked, the looping variable is checked before going into the loop. So therefore, this one here could be done 0 times. Good. It could be done 0 times or many times. Good. The for loop, look at this here as well. There needs to be a begin and end. There needs to be a begin and end for this while loop, because all these lines, this is how the ending of the while loop is marked, right? You don't put end while, you just use the begin and while. So that's a program block being created there. Similar to the for loop has a begin and end as well. The repeat loop does not need a begin and end because the words repeat and until actually mark the boundaries of the lines that need to be executed. All right. So take a look at them. Good. They can be useful even for your SBA to make little changes and for you to try to make it run or execute. All right. So all the best, and make sure and send those things for me as soon as possible, which I'm asking and which the ministry is asking. Not the ministry, CXC is asking for. All right. Thanks very much. I will do trace tables in a short while.